Right, good morning everyone, and welcome to this week's video. So I've decided to turn a really small little dog walk in about 3-4 hours stalking for pike along the river here. So we're on the River Waveney, we're on the Norfolk-Suffolk border, Suffolk just here, Norfolk just over the other side of the river here. We're going to take just a light circular walk along the river and see what we can catch. Now I'm not promising anything, I'm not a professional fisherman at all, I very much believe I'm going to blank, but let's see what we get. Right, so I've got a very lightweight kit with me, so I just got a little sort of trout net that I carry on the back of my bag. So all I'm going to do is just get all of this set up. So basically everything that I need for today, just stalking along the river, is in my backpack here. I've got a load of lures in there, I've got my food, I've got everything that I basically need for today. So we'll just get everything set up and then I'll explain all of the gear I'm using a little bit later. Right, so what I'm doing is I'm just letting this lure just hit the bottom of the river here, and then I'm just bringing it up with a couple of knocks and then letting it drop all the way back down. Fishing this method, you normally find that you get the knocks on the drop. But what we'll do is we'll just have about 2 or 3 casts in each area, and we'll just make our way along the river and see what we get. I just had a little knock on the first cast, but nothing came from that. So this part of the Waveney is tidal. So the Waveney's tidal all the way up to Ellingham. So the tide is actually on the ebb now, so the tide's actually going out. So I'm just using these little rubber shads today. I might go over to a plug a little bit later. There's quite a bit of colour in the water. I've got about 7 cygnets just sitting opposite me here, just watching. And the dog sat there watching the cygnets. Alright, a couple more casts here and then we'll move along. Still quite mild today really. I mean we're in November now. I had a day out in the woods yesterday and I was still getting eaten by midges. Here we are, fish on. A little jack. What we got here? Molly, you're on my line. So yeah, not a bad little fish for the first go. Let's have a look where the hook is. Yeah, so not a bad little pike. We'll stick that one straight back. So not bad really. That's probably my 3rd cast, and that was about a kilo pike, I think, so I was quite impressed with that really. I was thinking I was going to blank today, to be honest. So I'm going to do a couple more casts along here and we're going to head further down the river. Right, so let's give this a go. So this one's a bit heavier. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, that's sinking a lot better, that is. Hell of a lot better. So I'm literally waiting until the line stops sinking. There. And then 1, 2, 3, up. Reel a tiny bit in. Let it sink to the bottom again. 2, 3. And obviously due to the current as well, it's covering quite an area. Got a couple of knocks here, just off a little perch. Right, so nothing much here, just a couple of knocks from a couple of small things. So we're going to head further down. I think there's about 2 or 3 more swims before we hit the place where we're going to stop for dinner. So let's make our way further down. Well, it's nice and clear here. Right, we won't swap over to a plug because I haven't got my box of plugs with me, so I've just put on a bigger red rubber shad. So we'll give this one a go and see how we get on with this. Right, not much here neither, so I think we'll head further up to the concrete stanchions and we'll give that a go. Right, we're in a bit of a 2 and 8 at the minute. My reel, the bail arm's decided to snap off completely, and that is unfixable. So that reel is trashed, and I'm not going to be able to use that. That is foobarred. Right, so then that throws a spanner in the works really. So I think what we'll do is we'll walk a little bit further up the river and we'll go have some lunch up there. Oh well. Time for a new reel then. Right, it's a bit of an equipment fail there. Time for a new reel, I think. I've had that reel 7 years, I think, and that weren't exactly an expensive one when I got hold of it. But anyway, that's the fishing knocked on the head, but I'm not going to let that ruin my day out. I'm going to head over to the concrete stanchions there, and I'll show you this little meth stove that I've got here. I'm going to make a brew, and got some reindeer stew. So I shall see you there in about 5 minutes. This was built in, what does that say, 1869 this was built. So this is obviously used to pump the water off the fields that is used for grazing around here back into the river. And then just further down there you can just see the first stanchion for the iron bridge that used to be there. So that would have been the bridge across the river that would have connected Beccles to Alderby when the trains were running that way. But obviously that's all gone now, so you've just got that stanchion, and then you've got one in the centre of the river and then one on the other bank. So we'll go over there. We're going to have something to eat and a brew over there. Molly, Molly, hey! Right, so here we are. So this bit here, this is a circular bit of concrete inside of here. You can see you've got the iron bit sticking out of here. So this would have been the swing on this bit here, and then you've got the one in the centre of the river, and then the one just on the outside of the river on the Norfolk bank here. Well, this is an absolute fantastic little spot for fishing, this is, but hey ho, we haven't got a rod at the moment. So what I'll do is I'll get that little cooker out and I'll show you that little cooker. Right then, so I was talking about my little cooker earlier on. So it's basically just that little 750 titanium pot that I use in a lot of my videos. So you've got the handle on the side, and then you've got the handle on the top just to hold it. And then inside you've just got this little tin. Now this tin, if you open up the tin, it's full of non-flammable gauze that you can then fill up with meths. So I've got a 20ml bottle of meths inside of here. And it comes with this little stand. Now, for something big like my Eagle kettle, that works really, really well, but this, it's very difficult to get this to balance once this is full of water on top. You can do it, it does work, but it just works. So other bits that I carry in this pot, so I've got 2 snooze tins here, so one's full of sugar, one's full of coffee, and then I've just got a little lighter as well. Right, let's have a look at this, let's set this up and see how it goes. Like I said, it is quite tricky to balance this pot on here. Alright, I think we'll be using the bag as a windbreak. Right, we'll just wait for that to boil. Watch, it's not a quick burn, but it is really lightweight, so I mean 20 mils of meths is enough to boil a full. Can I help you? You want my bar, do you? It's full of cranberries. Yeah, so 20 mils is enough for a full burn on that pot there. So I think last time it was about 10 minutes really to boil one. Can I help you? So yeah, so last time it was about 10 minutes to boil that when there was a bit of sort of wind as well. So anyway, we'll let that burn and let that boil. We'll have our real on the go cranberry bar. These are really good, these are. So that is the only real downfall to this little cooker, is that you need a decent sized windbreak for it. So we've been going 5 minutes now, and it's nearly to the boil now. So I say we're going to try this one today. So we've got reindeer stew. So this one here, what have we got? 578 kilocalories in this one. So we got potato, reindeer meat, onions, carrot, lingonberries, mushrooms, game, bouillon, tomato paste. So yeah, I mean reindeer meat's one of my favourites, to be honest, but I've never tried it in this stew. I'm guessing it's the same meat that they use in the reindeer soup, and that's really, really good. Can I help you? So there's tons, absolutely. Get out, it's not for you. There's tons in here. Oh yeah, you can see the lingonberries in there. That smells really good. So we'll just, I always find with these meals it's really helpful if you give them a good shake. Because they're vacuum packed, they're really, really squashed down inside. And it helps with rehydrating if you give them a good shake. But I can hear the water is nearly done, so a couple more minutes and we'll get that on the go, and we're going to have a brew as well. Right, that's that done. So as always with all of these meals, 8 minutes. That gives me enough time just to have my brew. Alright, let's see how this stew's getting on. Right, so initially you are basically talking mashed potato, but very, very good mashed potato. Right, let's try the lingonberries. That's really good. That's going to be so filling, I'm going to struggle to eat all of that. That is going to be perfect for winter, something like this. It has the same consistency as like the cod and curry sauce one that they do, and I really, really like that. So this is basically like a mashed potato base with vegetables, lingonberries, and the reindeer meat inside of it. But that looks and tastes really, really good. So yeah, so as for the little lightweight cook kit, so yeah, you can get one of these pot boils out of 20mm MFs inside that little burner. The only downfall is that little stand that came with it. Like I said, when I used this yesterday with the Eagle kettle, that was perfect on that because it's quite a wide base. And using the Eagle kettle on top of this, because it's got a wide base, it conducts the heat a lot better because the flame is literally just coming out and hitting much more of a surface area. Whereas this, you know, the surface area of this isn't that great. So if I was to use that stand and that cooker, I think the Eagle kettle would be okay. I could still get all of these bits inside of the Eagle kettle, and it's more versatile to use. Right, anyway, I'm going to get stuck into this, and I'm sure the dog is waiting for hers as well. I think I'm going to struggle to eat it all, to be honest, but I think I've got someone who's going to give me a hand, isn't she? So yeah, I'm going to finish this off, get packed up, and then head home. One more thing actually I forgot to mention. The Easter eggs for the Real Turmat giveaway haven't been found yet, so in a previous video you'll see these hidden somewhere. So all you need to do is just comment in that video, Real Turmat, I want it, and then on next week's video we'll draw a person out of a hat, and then they'll win those 3 meals. So please have a look in some previous videos and see whether you can find the Easter eggs. Right, so that basically sums up this week's video. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Anyone got a spare bail arm or a spare reel they fancy sending us, please feel free to do so. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the button just here to subscribe to the channel, and please remember to hit the bell to get notified for when the next video comes out. As always, a couple of videos, and I shall stick a video to Stalking for Pike, previous session that I done last winter just along the river just here, and we shall see you next week out on the next one.